what I said and basically bitching about how hard and what a difficult time they have putting size on. And this is whether you take steroids or you're natural. So I wanted to do a series.
Well annoying that bit. What's happening, peeps? I'm just been catching up with some Rich Piano on the doorstep, man, watching his YouTube videos. Just heard him say, right, he's gonna lose 71 pounds in 8 weeks. Now, do not try that at home, man. That is what we call a fucking turbo cut. Most of us haven't got 71 pounds to fucking lose, but anyway. Yeah, I thought I'd look at this church, man. How sick is it? Fucking beautiful day here. Chilling on the doorstep. There's gonna be a lot of background noise, but forgive me. I'm like sitting outside, man. It's better than just chilling in the kitchen here. So I thought I'd make a quick little video and just round up my experience cutting on low protein, high carb, because that's what I did for the whole of the Abstract Lean series, which is only like 6 or 7 weeks. But I couldn't really round it up at the time because I had a fat lip and I couldn't really talk. But now that I can chat, I thought I'd make that video. So I spent about 6 or 7 weeks on about 0.7 to 0.8 grams of protein. I only lost 3 pounds over 6 weeks, which is half a pound a week, which is, you know, a very slight deficit, and that needs to be taken into account as well when drawing any conclusions. And so, you know, I lost weight really fucking slowly. I was in a really small deficit, but generally I thoroughly enjoyed cutting on lower protein than usual. I did find that in the first week or two, just out of habit, I ended up going over my protein macros for the day because it's just out of habit, you know, you put your normal portion in or whatever, and then at the end of the day you're like, shit, I'm 10-15 grams over, so it's not really a fair test. And you know, on that note, I want to say that my singular experience is nothing to go change anything drastic off the back of. It's one anecdotal fucking, you know, kind of experience. It's not like anything to draw any major conclusions off, because I'm just one person, and really when we're going to draw any major conclusions we should look primarily to studies containing many people, as many as possible. But this was just a little thing that I did because I just thought I'd fucking try it. My brother has always, well, for a while now, he's been cutting on low protein, and generally not even just cutting, but generally lower protein than usual. I've seen studies that some that say lower protein is fine, and some that say a higher intake is needed, especially when cutting. Now, there's always conflicting evidence, but one thing I will say is even those that claim that a higher protein intake is needed, generally they only say that that's needed when the deficit is larger. And so because my caloric deficit was only small, based on the fact that I only lost 3 pounds in 6 weeks, you know, I can pretty much feel fairly safe going on 0.7, 0.8 grams of protein, I feel. I felt fucking great because it left a lot more room for carbs, which meant that I was a lot more energized. I didn't really get cutting feels. You know, I used to eat actually quite high protein because in a single meal, you know, a meal with higher protein is generally more satisfying, just because the satiety rating of protein takes longer to digest, it fills you up more, yeah. And so that's one of the reasons why I used to eat higher protein, but I actually felt that on lower protein and a lot higher carbs, I felt a lot more satisfied generally. I don't know why that is, but I just didn't really get hunger pangs at all. I didn't really feel lethargic at all, but again, I can't just say that's down to lower protein and higher carbs. It's also because the deficit was really gradual. My lifts went up in some things. I made some fairly decent progress on the chest. Squat stalled, decent progress on deadlifts. At worst, my lift stalled on some things. But generally, when you're cutting, you know, you can't expect to always be making progress in every single area. You can hope to and try to, and obviously you should always be trying to apply progressive overload when you can, even when in a deficit, because it is possible. But you know, you're not always going to be consistently making steady progress. That's just the way progress works, man. as I got further into it and was feeling good and my lifts were going up, and you know, I was getting a little bit leaner, feeling like I was holding on to all my lean mass. I started bringing it in slightly with some of my clients as well. Only the ones, like I say, that were cutting in a small deficit. But I saw good results with those as well. So that's another thing for me to kind of go off. You know, I said to them before I did it, I was like, you know, it's a learning process for us both. Let's just try it out. You're only in a gradual deficit, see how you feel. I think you know, people felt good. I got good feedback from it. I think there's something to be said for the way you fill those extra carbs though, you know, because if you're on lower protein, the idea is to make room for extra carbs because that will benefit your training. Now, if you fill those with complete shit and like foods that are just not nutrient dense at all, then you're not going to get anywhere near the benefit as if you fill it with, you know, a fuckload of fruit veg and you know, absolutely make the most of it. And that's one thing I did, because I find that the more you eat fruit and veg and like get really into, like, my salad game is so strong these days, like I just got fucking massively into it, and like the more you eat it, the more you get into eating it, and it's just a good spiral of, I know, man, you just feel fucking good. What else was I going to say? One thing with carbs that high, if you're filling a lot of your carbs with fruit and veg, you need to keep a conscious eye on your fiber, because I found that my fiber intake was getting like really high some days. Like some days I'd be hitting like 60 grams of fiber or some shit, and you just don't need that much fiber. And if you do it consistently, you're gonna find that well, you're at risk of like just bloating and general shit related problems, man. And that ain't what life's about, is it, man? You don't want to be feeling bloated, man. It's not great. So yeah, I thought I'd wrap that up. Overall, good fucking, I liked it, man, and I'm gonna continue to roll with fairly low protein in general from this moment forth forever until I see conclusive evidence or hear something better to do or want to try something new. Like I say, I'm just one person. You can't make any great conclusions off one person's experience, but I thought I'd round it up, let you know how I felt fucking good, still feeling good. It's a beautiful fucking day. I'll be back with more fucking videos soon. Over and out, peeps. Yes sir.
Jordy Lenny is my hero.